Today's video is going to talk about not just how to lose the weight, but how to keep it off for good. Anybody can help you lose weight, but the problem is keeping it off. And that's where my strategy is different. I don't just focus on telling you what to do to restrict yourself so you lose weight, because that will lead to frustration, it will lead to burnout, and eventually you will stop whatever it is you're doing. I'm going to teach you how to make sure you keep the weight off for good. If you want to work with me, make sure you check the description or check my bio and let's hop on a call. Let's get to it. I'm 50 years old and I'm a nutritional chef. I work around food all the time. In fact, I love food. That's why I became a chef. I love to eat. So even long before I became a chef, I had a sugar addiction, I had a dessert addiction, and it stuck with me for quite a bit of time. So when I wanted to lose weight in my 30s and 40s, I thought all I needed to do was restrict myself and work out harder. But that led me down a road of really a lot of exhaustion, a lot of fatigue. And to be honest, I actually gained weight instead of losing it. And that is extremely frustrating. But the reality is that if you are not properly fueling your body, you're going to be too tired to be able to lose weight. But not only that, your body is not going to function properly. And this is the problem that I have with a lot of the professionals now online, especially the influencers, where they say that all you need to do is eat in a deficit and you will lose weight. Not everybody can track calories every day of their life, but not only that, not everybody wants to live their life in a life of restriction. Balance is the key. When you have your diet properly balanced in a way that is not only aligned for your life, but aligned for your preferences, you have a formula that you can stick with your entire life. And that is the key. The key is something that you can stick with forever, because when life happens, things like getting sick, social engagements, travel, stress, anything like that that comes up, if you're in a plan of restriction, it's going to derail you, and then you're going to end up gaining the weight back, which is extremely frustrating. But not only that, it's harmful for your body. It's harmful for your metabolic health. And this is why I focus on customization. So let's first talk about that. How do you keep the weight off? The number one thing you need to do is customize the plan for you. If you have not designed a way of eating that works for you, and you are going off by what you hear is best for everybody else, you're probably going to end up not getting the results that you want. We are not clones. We are very unique, and we each have unique needs. For example, I need more carbs and less fat, but I also can't have too many carbs. So I have to be balanced with my carbs, my fat, and my protein. And it's taken me a little bit of learning to know where I need to be. But now I'm at the point where I know when I need to stop with my carbs, and I know when I can have more. I also know how to restrict my fat and how to get enough protein in my day. Another very important thing I've learned is that fiber is crucial to helping us feel full and satisfied and having good metabolic health, as well as our digestive regulation. This is a skill that you learn for yourself, and it's a skill that you learn about yourself. And it takes a little bit of time, but it's actually really fun discovering what is good for you. Sometimes people can feel overwhelmed, and it doesn't have to be. It actually is easier than you think. I like to put it this way. There are only so many things that we can eat that are actually good for us. And if we put those together in a specific way for each one of us that is aligned with what we need and what we like, we can just repeat it again and again. That's what I call my puzzle method, because we each have a puzzle that is unique to each of us. I teach this in my Eat This to Lose Weight Blueprint, which is available now. If you're in my group, it's only $27. If you're not in my group, it's $37. My group is free, so it's very affordable, and it teaches you exactly how to eat in a way that is aligned for you. So that's the first step, is to find the customized strategy that works for you. The second thing you want to do is make sure that you are nourishing your body properly. This is huge. This is another problem I have with influencers saying it's all about calories in versus calories out, because yes, thermodynamics play a role. We cannot overeat every single day. However, if we undereat, not only is our metabolism going to be a little bit slow and sluggish, we are not going to have the fuel and energy we need to be happy and energized and to do the activity that we need to do. If you starve yourself or if you undereat, you are not going to be able to give your best at the gym. You are not going to be able to walk up that hill quickly. You are not going to be able to lift that heaviest last rep to completion. This is the reason why eating enough is important. So when they say calories in versus calories out is all you need to do, it doesn't tell the whole picture. We have to be nourished enough so we can fuel our day. But it goes beyond that. By nourishing ourselves properly, we actually reduce cravings and are less hungrier throughout the day. So if you have a steak with asparagus and potatoes for dinner, you're going to be a lot less likely to want dessert afterwards than if you have a bowl of soup and a salad, or half a sandwich and a bowl of soup, or something very light. By eating enough, your hunger cues are going to be regulated properly. And when we're not hungry, it is a game changer for us with weight loss. That is huge. So, understanding that nourishing yourself properly means that you will create good metabolic health. You will have enough energy to fuel your activity. And not only that, your cravings will be minimized. So, you will eat less of the wrong things. And this is another thing I teach you in Eat This to Lose Weight. I teach you how to nourish your body so you're full and you don't have to deal with the cravings every single day. The third thing that I want to share with you to keep the weight off is to build metabolic trust for your body. Now, this isn't about just eating enough every single day. This means that your body is kept on its toes a little bit when it comes to fueling. It's not waiting for the next meal, but it's also not thinking it's starving. Our bodies are responsive. So that means if you don't eat for a long time, that is what your body's going to expect. If you're constantly eating, that is what your body's going to expect. So if you're eating several times a day and having snacks, you're probably going to get hungry a lot faster than if you just have 2 to 3 larger meals per day with no snacks. So you're building metabolic trust by actually switching things up a little bit. And that's why I love extended fasting, usually once a month or once every 2 months, to do a 2 to 3 day fast, because it actually builds metabolic trust for your body. When you fast for a few days and your body gets used to not eating, your metabolism kicks into gear when you start eating again, but you don't have the same cravings you did when you started the fast. So by doing that, you're able to trick your body into losing weight. So metabolic trust just means that your body thinks it's going to be nourished, but it also is not expecting food. It sort of is like keeping your body on its toes, but at the same time, letting it know that it's going to be fueled. My body is never expecting food, but it also knows that I'm never going to starve it. So I never have that slow metabolism where I'm just very sluggish, I'm hungry, I'm fatigued. I actually am always able to have energy to get throughout my day. And this is coming from somebody who dealt with chronic fatigue almost my entire decade of my 30s and my early 40s. And the chronic fatigue was coming from overtraining my body and under fueling my body, and also not setting boundaries. So by doing this in your life, by changing these things and fueling your body properly and exercising in a way that's more enjoyable and sustainable, you are actually able to be more consistent and lose the weight. This is the work that I do now. This is what I help women and men with now, understanding what's working for them and what's not. So many times I talk to people who are trying so hard and they're doing things that are actually hurting them. They're doing things that are slowing down the process, which is really frustrating because when you're putting all that effort in, you want to make sure that it's paying off. And so, if this is something that you want support with, hop on a free call with me. Let's talk about your strategy and see if it's working for you. I'd also love to see you in my group, the Divine Body Blueprint, where I talk about the 4 pillars of self healing and weight loss, which are food, fitness, faith, and fasting. By combining these 4 things, you are able to reach optimal health with joy and alignment, because health was not meant to be hard work. It's actually meant to be aligned. And so if you feel like you're pushing through and you're not getting the results that you want, it's most likely because your strategy is not customized. So if you want to lose the weight and keep it off, remember, a customized strategy is the best plan. Until the next video, I'll see you guys later, and Happy New Year.